SEO-Integrated Blog Management is a new service introduced by PraxisNow in January 25. It followed initial pilot projects in 24 that helped us productize the service. Here are 7 things we learned following the pilot projects for SIBM in 2024. The first is that the degree of AI toolkit tailoring to each customer was initially far greater than we had envisioned. However, once the first 2 were done, the rest were a lot easier because we had the core prompts across the board, customized and performance tuned to the point that we were happy with the AI responses. Also, from the early pilots, we had the processes developed, which, while not 100% duplicable, were substantially similar. Second, it took approx 3 to 5 months in most cases for individual posts to start generating organic traction. About 30% of those posts were still not performing after that time, with relatively poor impressions and no click-through. But approx 70% had a small amount of traffic, but a decent level of impressions that gave us confidence that worthwhile traffic could occur. Bear in mind that this will vary based on your industry and competitive advantage or competitive position. Interestingly, in several cases, the post seemed to have impacted the rankings of other parts of the site before they entered top 10 rankings on their own. This may have been due to the item I'm about to talk about in number 4 here in a moment, and I'll need to update this as our experience grows. Bear in mind that top 10 rankings generate impressions, but very few clicks. The third, while the search behavior research worked well, especially with AI Assist, and AI assisted content ideation and creation worked really well, the biggest issue we faced at an individual blog post level was imagery or rich media. We have efficient AI tools to do this, but the effort required was still significant relative to the price point we wanted to bring SIBM to the market at, which is why this is now offered as an option. Where a customer has lots of images, tables, diagrams, etc. that could be used, that will be a big advantage and will save costs. Number 4, interaction with the customer's web developer. There were certain website modifications that we were able to recommend that, if implemented, would have a noticeable improvement to their overall SEO performance, not just the blog. The customer relationship with their web developer varied, but a good relationship with your web development team or web developer can certainly help matters. Number 5, with one exception, each of the pilot projects had pre-existing blogs, albeit not search optimized, running on their sites. The exception only started to blog for the first time with SIBM. This is still relatively recent work in progress at time of writing, and I'll update this post as it develops. We initially thought that the AI, this is number 6, we initially thought that the AI advantage would alone allow us to reach our service price point. We eventually decided to pass the full AI advantage to the customer, whereas the proposition alone was enough to bring SIBM to the market at the intended price point and still be worthwhile doing. Number 7, we're getting even better at prompt engineering than we ever expected. I think that there's a threshold of something like 1,000 prompts. Of course, that's a finger in the air estimate. When it dawns on you that you can ask a question of an AI with the same intent in 100 or more different ways, but one answer only stood out and generally tends to stand out head and shoulders above all of the other answers. So really getting to the point in your prompt that you are very explicit in terms of what you're looking for can make a huge difference to the outcome. And that's it.